It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book. Well, I'll be gone darned. It's your old pal, Mr. Mountaineer. I reckon. Hello. Ugh. That's my coonskin cap I bought for some family trip we went on a while ago. Because we were going out into the mountain. I was like, I want to fit the part, so I bought one. I did a stream earlier today, and I did a page. Got a new subscriber. I'm getting some steady subscribers lately, like one per stream. The past few streams, it seems like, either on YouTube or Twitch. And thank you guys. I appreciate the interest in my cause, which is making my little dreamies come true, making my little head people come alive. So earlier I did page 94. Now I'm on page 95 of Bonehead, which I haven't finished paneling this page, so I'm going to start by paneling the page. So we're going to get to drawing. I just threw an invite out to my whole family, so we'll see if anybody comes in, but you know how everybody is. Ain't nobody interested in being on camera. But here's hoping. I'm just afraid that I'm not going to have anything to talk about. But half the time I come up with something to say. And when I don't, it seems like somebody comes in the chat and has something to talk about. Look at all these terrible starts at drawings. I erased those to pursue this one. I drew this demon sporting a Harry Potter shirt, and I titled it, that might be a little too bright, I titled it Fantasy is Satanic. Though there's a bit of a lighting issue here. What color did I use? Sorry, I can't make up my mind with the lighting. What color did I use for his shirt? I believe I did this terracotta one. I think I'm going to bring it in like that. Because otherwise the lighting doesn't make sense, because why isn't the back of his head lit? So it fades. It kind of like cleans off of him. And that's the lighting from this. That's better. That's not how I posted it, but I did post it to Instagram and Twitter already. So there we go. Our Harry Potter demon. All right. That was a pretty that's been a pretty successful post right out the gate. Probably because I tagged it Harry Potter. But who's to say, really? And popular for me is like it's gotten 6 likes. Well, I just mean it got 6 likes like right away, which seemed kind of fast. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was getting ready to do the brush thing, the ink and brush thing, but I got to do the panels first. Now let's see. I've been using this one, which goes down a little wider for the panels than other pens of this size, the 0.5. It goes down a little wider just because I've used it so much and it's getting kind of flat at the top or bent at the top. But on the last page, it was kind of inconsistent on me. So I was saying I might just go with one of these ones, go a size higher. We'll try that out. This is 0.8 of my Copic Multiliner black set. We'll try that. I haven't used this one yet, so I'm worried that it might be too thick, but it won't be so. It can't be more troublesome than the last page's borders. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, the last page's panels are like every line is like a different line weight, which is fine. I'm not too precious about it. So what did I do? What have I done since the earlier stream today? I got a really bad headache, and then I knew there was a single ibuprofen in my car. I don't have any in the house, but I knew I had one in my car. So I was thinking maybe I'll take that one and I'll go out and I'll buy some more, because I get headaches fairly often, I guess. Often enough where I need some ibuprofen at hand. And let's see. So I was like, yeah, I'll go to the store and I'll get more. Then just as that idea hatched in my head, my roommate got home from work and pulled up right behind me. So it's like, and then like in the driveway, he was like kind of boxing me in. That's just how our driveway is. And it happens. It's no big deal. But I was like, oh man, I don't want to move his car and then go and then have to move them both back when I get home. So I was like, the one will have to do. And then I go to my car but see, that's just laziness, isn't it? It's like half of my suffering in life is just out of laziness. But anyway, so I go to my car, go into the glove compartment. I take out the ibuprofen. Yep, only one in there. I was like, am I sure I don't have another bottle in here somewhere? And then I find another bottle. And I open it up and there's only one in there as well. I was like, well, 2, that'll work. And then I don't know what compelled me to look even further. But then I found a third bottle that hadn't even been opened, so I have a ton of ibuprofen. So somebody, forgetful Ryan, is looking out for me. So my headache went away. And what else? I ate some cashews. I did that. I colored that drawing. I inked and colored that demon guy. Surely I did something else. I don't know. I don't really think I did do anything else. While I was coloring that drawing, I was listening to an art stream on this guy Brian Shearer's channel. He's known for being an artist who's worked on some Transformers books and some G.I. Joe books, and which I've never read any of those, but he also has a book of his own called Gunship Thunder Punch, which he's drawn right now, book 2. That I don't think you can back it anymore on Indiegogo. Let me see. Get this art.com. Let's see. Can you still back it? Can you still back it? It looks like you can. You can still back Gunship Thunder Punch on Indiegogo if you just go to getthisart.com. Get this art. One word, like all URLs are. .com. Getthisart.com, and you'll see the trailer for Gunship Thunder Punch 2. He's got all kinds of perks. The first thing here is you can get book 1 and 2. Oh, I thought it would scroll up. Weak. Okay. You can get book 1 and 2 for $50. $25 each. That's reasonable. And let me find Gunship Thunder Punch 1. Just because I like this guy so much, I like this artist a lot. He does really fun art on his YouTube channel, which is I think it's just Brian Shearer on YouTube. Oh look, he signed it. Gunship Thunder Punch. It's a transforming gunship. This is Nova Marcos. She's a I think she's some kind of medical worker, and her son has been kidnapped by Martians, and in order to save him, she steals this outdated gunship, and I don't know. It's fun stuff. I also have some art books by him, where he does a lot of screwy, goofy art. And that stuff's really fun. I'll show that off a little bit here, and then I'll get to work, I guess. I just like this guy a lot. And he does all kinds of goofy stuff on his art channel on YouTube. He does a lot of cool women drawings. Like I'm always envious of how he does women's hair, because he never seems to run out of hairstyles. Ooh. Bunch of weird Batmans. More weird Batmans. Some Nova Marcos and Gunship Thunder Punch. Well, you do. Let's see what's in the back here. He drew, this is like drawn into the back of the book, a Ninja Turtle. There's like pencil marks. That's real ink. I mean, I guess all books are printed on with ink, but he drew this after the book was printed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Oh, that was volume 2. This one's also signed. Let's see. Just goofy stuff. A lot of short people. Stout-legged people. Oh, I love this drawing. I love that drawing. Yeah, this is who I was watching or listening to mostly right before I came on here. Hanna-Barbera characters. Ooh. It's an unmasked Darth Vader. Bunch of Looney Tunes characters. I ain't got time to bleed. It's like a Tweety Bird Rambo. Star Trek folks. Oh man, if you check out his YouTube channel, you'll love he has a lot of like funny he has a lot of videos where it's like it's what's the guy's name? William Shatner doing it's voiceover from William Shatner doing like grocery store commercials, but he dubs it over on top of Star Trek stuff and vice versa. And those are always funny. He makes like a bunch of little videos that he starts off his video with, that he starts off his stream with a lot of times. What else? He also has another channel called Paranormals. I hope they get back to making Paranormals. Him and Elliot Fernandez. That's fun. Here he is with his son. When my son was 2, he liked to help Daddy work. I'm seeing a lot of drawings in this one, particularly, that he has since like bumped up. Like he's changed them and added a lot to them. Oh, I like these. These are all like con sketches. These are fun. I think that's so cool. Okay, I should get back to it though. What's in the back of this one though? Oh, he did a gunship thunder punch. Okay. Let me see what the back of these say. I'll read this one. Putting words to your pictures seems unnecessary, like a black box on a bicycle. You don't need the GPS coordinates to appreciate a pleasant visual carnage. Just enjoy the bike wreck. Chris Canada is his buddy. Okay. Okay. Back to work. Got tea because I need tea to do anything. I'm like craning my head around the camera just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Let's ink. Got my ink poured. Dang, what a lousy family. Ain't nobody coming in here. No one's even replying to me. How wooed. Whoops. I keep messing with my phone. Okay. I kept trying to like close out of everything and then I would accidentally open it right back up. So this is what I think is entertainment. So this is our return to Bonehead, which is to say the last two pages we're focusing on what Mort was up to. Now we cut back to Bonehead, who, when we last saw him, was looking for the lab that he was crawling around in the vents before, and he thinks he lost the engagement ring that he was going to propose to his girlfriend with in the vents overlooking this room. So he was looking for this room, and he gets there, and the keypad to unlock the door was blown off. It was like melted off. Which is probably a good thing for him, because otherwise he wouldn't have been able to get into the room. Here he is now, cautiously entering. Oh, hi, what love? Welcome back. I did a stream earlier today, and there's a new subscriber, or at least watcher. I think they subscribed, is what I saw. Also from Quebec. I'm doing good. This is my second stream today. I was hoping I was kind of hoping I would get 3 in today, but that's not fine. If stuff moved faster on this computer sometimes, it wouldn't have been a problem. This morning it was kind of chugging on me. I think I just need to get a new computer. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what we talked about. The new person. They were telling me a story about that they'd read where someone, like some lady, was like following a mother and her child around in a grocery store and asking if she could buy her child and wouldn't leave them alone and got arrested. I'm doing good. After that stream, I had a really bad headache. But I'm feeling better now. I was saying earlier, I invited like my whole family to come in on this stream, but I don't think anyone's going to. That was over half an hour ago, and no one's responded, even to the text. Now that my brothers are getting into streaming, I feel like they might want to more, though. Lately. In the near future. But who knows? The one thing I've found I'm really bad at doing is predicting the future. Oh, I'll show you what I did earlier. So here's page 84. Not a lot of blacks on this page. I realized there's some, but not throughout the page. I like this one with the like anime lines. So he thinks he's getting away to go tell on Mort here, and then Mort tackles him. Goes, "Gotcha!" And then tackles him to the ground. He's like giving him a noogie, and he takes off his glasses, chucks him down the hallway. And he goes, "Mr. Shivers!" And then boom, boom, boom. Here's the boss. So that's where we're at. Well, that's the end of that scene. Yeah, that new subscriber person. I'm trying to remember their name. Let Me Sleep, I think it was. They were also from Quebec, and although they were, they originally lived in Egypt, which I thought was really cool. Okay. I don't know what it is lately, but I guess I'm doing something right. The past few streams, it seems like I've gotten a new subscriber, either on YouTube or Twitch. Oh, I know what this is. Every once in a while, I see something that I drew, and I know it's deliberate, and I know it's supposed to be something, but I can't figure out what. This was supposed to be a door handle from the other side of the door. Let's see. There's a shadow under here. Okay. And here's the bottom of the door. I can throw a shadow underneath the door too. I don't know if that's. Dang it. I made it too. Yeah, it's fine. I think I'm gonna take a white pen to that eventually. I'm drawing a little wobbly right now. Perhaps too much tea. And then there's all this like char where the door was blasted at. So it seems that someone else was trying to get into the. So I think the last we really saw this door, there were guards standing at it, and some figure in the shadows was staring at it. Let's see. I have to clean that up. I'll let it dry a little bit. This is so wonky. Let's see. I'm gonna push this in. Might not be helpful. If this brush starts smacking against the camera in a minute, I guess I'll pull it back out. At the moment, it doesn't look like that's going to be a problem, though. Okay. But what is a problem is this brush is already getting dried out on me. Oops. I just dropped wet ink onto the page. It's good. It's off. Okay. Like wet, like I guess inky water is what I dripped onto the page, not wet ink. So it wiped off real easy. Oh my goodness, every line I'm drawing is going down too thick, thicker than I mean to. Little rack of test tubes. Though I might get a pen to do that. Because I don't trust my brush for this fine detail right now. Okay. Why don't I do this one too? Oh yeah, there's more to it. Okay. Shadow under the bottom. Okay. Okay, brush, don't fail me now. Okay. I'm trying to think. Yesterday I was talking about, what was it? We're talking about movies. I don't know if you were there, What Love. I can't remember. But I was talking to some other new guy, and what was it? About movies that I liked, and I mentioned the movie Monster House, which is an animated thing. Um, but it's like it's about a house that's a monster, I guess. It's a cool movie. Um, and I really like the guys that wrote it. But the person I was talking to, they said when they saw that, they were they were they thought it was really scary, and even though it's kind of a kids movie, but I mean they were a kid at the time, and they said they had nightmares for weeks about being eaten by a house. And then I was relating a story that I had where there was a movie that I saw when I was a kid called Twister about tornadoes, and it was like about these storm chasers who would chase these tornadoes around and um, try not to get killed in a tornado. But I guess. But then after I saw that movie, I was so scared of tornadoes, and I was having nightmares about tornadoes for weeks, and it was always different dreams about tornadoes. I wonder if I told you this because I think we were talking about tornadoes at one point. But I want after a while the dreams were getting really weird, and I had a dream about a one of the dreams was a lady tornado with cartoon girl eyes and girl lips, and I didn't want to marry a tornado, so then it was going to kill me, and it sucked me up and like blow me through a tree. Yeah, I'm hearing that sounding funny, but yeah, it was going to kill me, and then I don't know. I was just having crazy tornado dreams for a while. I know there were other weird ones, but I don't really remember the other weird ones. Wampa wampa. Okay. Oh yeah, I never finished. I was gonna do this. This is that corridor where that alien, that shadowy figure was earlier. In the story. I feel like maybe I talk about what's going on in the story too much. I feel like I should keep it closer to my chest, but I mean, I'm drawing every picture in the book on line anyway. I don't know. I've watched whole books be drawn on YouTube at this point, and I still enjoyed the book when I got it in my hands. I feel like it's not necessarily as spoilery as all that. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'll go over that again in a minute. When it dries a little more, or when the white part dries. Okay. No thoughts rattling around in this head. Oop. I'm as empty as a baby's head. I guess I'm talking about my head. I wish I came up with something more creative right there. I'm as empty as a can of nothing. That wasn't better. Man, am I just going to sit here in total abject silence? I need some, like, music or some cue cards or something. Let me see. Did I ever write anything down? nothing special. So I have to get back on board with my plan of trying to put together printed first 24 pages of this book. I was thinking about doing 24 page chunks of this book in just black and white while I'm continuing to work on the full book, just in case that interested anyone, and be like something to point at and say I did in 2022 instead of being able to say, well, at home there's a stack of pages. It's like, that's what you said last year. No, just sometimes it feels like I'm working and working and working, and I have nothing to show for it. Like, everyone's like, oh, God love Ryan. He works so hard at doing what he loves. I just wish I knew what that was. I just split my brush with my fingertip. Okay. Trying to find a tip on my brush. It keeps kind of like getting thick on me. It's not thin and easy to maneuver. If you get a nice thin, sharp tip in the bristles, it's easy to get like a range of thicknesses out of the brush. But once it kind of like starts to fan out and get thicker, you can't get the thin point anymore. As I was showing earlier, I just gotta like twirl my brush, and this page is getting so full of ink that I can't even see what line I'm making. But I'm usually looking more at just the tip of the brush anyway, more so than the line. It's like I said, if it gets good, you're gonna be able to get a range of shapes out of it anyway. Okay. And then this one. He's like, there's the vent. Boom. When I first made up Bonehead, he didn't exactly have a jaw. It was like his buck teeth were just the bottom of his face. And so I didn't know how to draw him from some angles, I think. And I certainly didn't know how to make him talk. And when it came to when I was trying to animate him, I was like, I have to find a solution if this character is going to work out. And it was just a matter of putting this bulb jaw on behind his teeth, which sounds like a simple solution, but it kind of baffled me to figure out what to do for a while, because I had always drawn him one way, and he looked essentially the same, but it was just this subtle thing kind of made him a lot more functional. So back in the year 2000, there was this I've talked about it on here recently. There's this show called Clone High on MTV about a bunch of teenage clones of famous dead people, and all going to high school together. And it's just a really goofy, funny show. And there were only 13 episodes, and it got canceled. I think some people didn't like that it portrayed Gandhi as being such a goofy character, because one of the main characters was Gandhi, and he had ADD and ADHD, and he was just a really goofy. Oh, hi, Vucky. Vucky was on here yesterday. So I was talking about this cartoon called Clone High, that was around in the year 2000. It was just 13 episodes of this. Yeah. Clone High, and it's coming back somewhat soon. And I just saw I didn't read the article, but I saw a headline saying that the reboot is just going to be, or it's going to be the second season of the original run, which is exciting. I feel like that's the best thing to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all on YouTube. It's still on YouTube because I know it was years ago, but I always assumed it wasn't up there anymore. But I think you're right. And same with another show that only had 13 episodes that is another favorite, Mission Hill, which was on Adult Swim for a while. Me and my roommate, two of our favorite shows are Clone High and Mission Hill. And that one's getting a reboot too, but I think they're going to call it something else. I think they're calling it Gus and Wally, and it's going to center more around the gay couple on the show. But that was a really good show. That was a really good cartoon, and was another one with a really cool style to it. But yeah, I'm excited about Clone High. Oh, look who's back. Let Me Sleep. Man, we've got a party in here. We've got Let Me Sleep. Who did you have that avatar earlier? I didn't notice it, but I like that. We've got Lucky ABX. And then we've got What Love. So we've got our two Quebec people. I don't know where Bucky is. You might have told me, but I don't remember. Wait, you didn't? Oh, okay, you didn't have that avatar before. I like it. It makes me laugh. It goes with the name. Georgia. Bucky on YouTube is in Georgia. Cool. There's a yeah. We got two Quebec people. We got Let Me Sleep, and then I don't know if she's listening in or even in the chat anymore, but this person, What Love, also from Quebec. Let's see. Reboot? Got a reboot? That is funny. But there was this show called Reboot. It was like some of the earliest CGI, and it looked so trashy. I never really watched it, but I did see one episode that was like it was like a parody of Evil Dead. And I thought that was the funniest thing in the world because it was like I'd never heard Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2 was my favorite movie for a long time. It's still up there, but and I'd never heard anybody talk about it back then. I never saw anything about it. So to just stumble upon a cartoon that was directly making references to that movie, to Evil Dead 2, blew me away. And yet I never bothered to like really watch it outside of that episode. But that's coming back too, huh? Oh, not an original bone in Hollywood's body right now. Oops. Oops. I mean, I'll take it for things like Clone High. I can stop rolling my eyes for that one. That one I'm really excited about. The Ren and Stimpy reboot, if they do it right. But it's got to be good. I don't see myself being too thrilled about it when it comes out, but we'll see. I'm a huge Ren and Stimpy fan. But like when that came back for the adult party cartoon show in I think 2006, I have the DVD of that one, but I only ever watch the first episode if I ever watch it. That's the one I can stand the most. Ren and Stimpy reboot, a +1 movie or a legit series? I heard it was a series that was coming back to Nickelodeon. What do you mean +1 movie? There was something about a movie with like a whole bunch of Nickelodeon characters, and they were going to be in it as well. So there's that coming too. But there's talk of they're saying that Ren and Stimpy. There was a lot of backlash at first when it was first announced, and then there was kind of radio silence on it for a while. Then they kind of did an announcement again. And I guess Billy West, who voiced Ren and Stimpy for a majority of the show, he's going to be involved, and I think Bob Camp, who was the showrunner on the back half of the show, is going to be involved. But like, I don't know. I'm pretty certain that one of my favorite parts of the show was one of my favorite artists, who is His name is Bill Ray. He worked on Mad Magazine, and he did a lot of the background paintings on that show. I think he directed some of the cartoons, maybe a couple, but I think he storyboarded too. Bill Ray, I love that guy. He did a comic strip called Monroe in Mad Magazine, and it was pretty much the reason I would buy Mad Magazine in the in the 90s and early aughts. But I don't think he would be in there. Like the Invader Zim movie. Okay. I don't know if I don't think I heard about a movie like that, like a special like that, and the Rocco's Modern Life one. I don't think I heard anything about that for Ren and Stimpy. I'm pretty sure it was a series that they were talking about. But then there was mention of like a Nicktoons movie that was coming out eventually. That's gonna have like everybody, which sounds like kind of ridiculous. But I guess it would be like the Goosebumps movie, maybe. Oh, television, television films. I guess that's what you'd call them. Oh, moving ahead before I finish this panel. Okay, one. Okay. So with Mission Hill, I liked Gus and Wally on that show, but I feel like I don't like they don't. I feel like they work better as ancillary characters than they would like the main characters. But I don't know. We'll see. I liked the Zim movie, but I felt like it just made it seem like there should be more Zim. And the Rocco's Modern Life movie, my favorite thing about that was just hearing Charlie Adler acting again, because I think he mostly directs voice actors now, so you don't hear him in stuff anymore. But I was talking a little bit about him this morning, or I guess this afternoon, where he just was such a wild voice actor that the decisions just like the way he acts in in so many of his roles, it was just so wild that it like blew me away. Like if you listen to him as the red guy in Cow and Chicken, I don't know. It's just like no one could replicate it almost. There's all these potions over here. They're flasks of poisons and different things like, I don't know, different kinds of experiments. Oh, let's see. How do you present your idea to a comic company? I guess I don't exactly know, but because I haven't done it yet. But I know that there's a publisher called Image Comics that I would probably pitch to. See, I want to draw the whole thing first, and then think about that. But to use the editorial email, I think there's a. I'm gonna look it up right now for Image. Image Comics is oh, just a sec. Let me respond to my buddy real quick. It's to if you'd like. But Image Comics. Image Comics is sorry about that. I believe they have like anyone can pitch comics to them, and if they like it, they and want to pick it up, they they just own the publishing rights, and you can do whatever else you want. You can print T-shirts and pitch it to movie studios. They just have the publishing rights. But I believe last time I saw, they just had like a submission form on their website where they tell you everything they need. And let's see. It's the last I saw. I haven't looked in a long time though. Releases, comic series creators, submissions. Here at Image Comics, we are actively seeking new talent, writers and artists alike. Want to join the creator-owned, or to join the creator-owned family? Thank you for your interest in submitting. How to submit comics, or how to submit to Image Comics. Let's see. Only publishes creator-owned material. We do not contract creators. We're only interested in publishing original content. And I don't know how many other places. Oh, let's see. What would you say? Oh, there's What Love. What Love is back. Marvel keeps your own IP studio, right? I don't know. I'm sorry to say. See, in fact, I barely know anything about Marvel and DC. It just because it was never like the thing I was quite interested in. So I don't know. I wonder. Let me see. Submissions to Marvel. Submission requests. See, they don't accept unsolicited submissions right out the gate, is what it says. While we can't accept your unsolicited submissions, please know that Marvel is always looking for new comic book artists and writers. We constantly read and review indie, self-published, creator-owned, and webcomics. Review popular online art communities, ask other artists for opinions and recommendations, and host portfolio reviews at conventions from time to time. If you're an aspiring comic book artist or writer, we suggest you publish or publicly post your material. Continue to create, and if you have the right stuff, we'll find you. Is what it says on their, I guess it's the help section of their website, which I don't know where that comes from. But yeah. I just heard about Image's kind of submission thing, and it always sounded really appealing to me because it sounded like the easiest way to kind of just get your stuff published by a big publisher that I'd heard of, And if you're getting stuff published through them, I would say that's a good place to have Marvel or another comic publisher find your art, because they're a pretty big. Like if I look at my book shelf over here, I'm seeing Image all over the place. Yeah. I wonder what they're like. What are their top projects? I wonder. Image, comics, titles. How about? Oh, Spawn, Walking Dead. That's right. I Hate Fairyland. I have the first book of that by Scotty Young. The Max. I was wondering if they did that. Do you have a kind of comic I prefer? I like kind of cartoony stuff like this. Let me see if I've got anything. Oh, here there's some comic strips that I like. Here's Pogo. This is the first volume of Pogo, and I mostly like. I don't read these so often, as I just love looking at them, and then also the language in this is really funny. They have like a Cajun accent that they talk in. There's some funny stuff in here, but I don't read them as much as I usually flip through these and kind of look at how Walt Kelly handles stuff. I think everyone will tell you, any cartoonist will tell you, that they love Calvin and Hobbes. Calvin and Hobbes is the most appealing looking. It's the most imaginative. It's the funniest. It's the best written. It's like the best comic. That's true. So it's about I don't know if you guys are familiar, but it's about a kid and his imaginary friend, who's really his stuffed toy tiger, but they're like best friends, and it's like the main thing is Calvin's just like wild imagination. Let me see if I've got an all color book that I've had since 4th grade here, called the Lazy Sunday book. So it's all tattered. I've had this for like 20 years or so, like 25 years probably. Like, this is him imagining his mom is this alien, and he's like a space. Oh no, that's the little girl next door, and he's like soaking her with a water gun, and then his mom, an even bigger alien, comes to destroy him, and then he soaks her. He's like loading up another water balloon. Here he is. He's got like a snowball that he's been saving in the freezer since winter, and it's the summer now, and he's like, oh, she'll never see it coming, and it just on the ground, and he's like furious at himself for messing it up. And while he's like talking about how he blew this opportunity, she scoops all the snow up and like creams him with it. So that's like, I love that. I like I have 2 versions of this one. Let me see, Creature Tech. I'm a big fan of Doug TenNapel. Yes, I am going to color mine eventually, which I've never taken on such a big coloring task before. Yeah, I intend to. We'll see how that works out for me. I think that's going to take me forever, is what I'm afraid of. But this is about like this guy works in like, he works for like a government, a branch of the government that deals with paranormal stuff. You know, I guess I prefer color ones. I like how this guy, like, he had all his books done, his first like 12, I think, graphic novels done in just black and white first. So he like really handles the black and white well, I think. But then he does like a lot of cool things where like he doesn't complete the line. He uses like the what do you call it? Like the, I don't know. I'm trying to find another example of it. But I think he does a lot with his black and whites that makes it look really cool. But then he had it colored in the past couple years and re-released it. Oh, I don't see what I'm talking about. So like when he was doing them in black and white, he's got a lot of stuff where I know this book uses it a lot. This one's the first thing he did, so it looks like really. It almost looks like crazy. He was just like splashing ink down, but like he does a lot of like these where he didn't complete the line. He just like lets your eye do like connect the dots kind of, but then when it's colored, it kind of has its own effect. Like you see that the arm starts here and then it connects to this spot, so it's like your eye is connecting the dots almost rather than doing the line. Like it, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like where the lighting would wash out the line, he kind of leaves it washed out or something. But I like him a lot. So yeah, just goofy, cartoony stuff. Oh, here's a really cool one that he did. This one's called Cardboard. This one he did digitally. This one wasn't with ink and brush. Where this kid, so this dad's kind of out of work. He's a construction worker and he's having trouble finding work right now. So he's all frustrated. But it's his kid's birthday and he's trying to find a present for him. And all he manages to get is a cardboard box. So he decides he'll take it home and they'll make something out of it. And they make a boxer. This guy, Boxer Bill. And that night he comes to life. And because it's magic cardboard. And then the bully tears the boxer to pieces, and they take scraps of the cardboard and they make a cardboard maker where they make new cardboard and they rebuild them. And then the bully, he gets his hand on the cardboard maker and he makes all kinds of monsters out of it. And the monsters start making their own cardboard world, and it gets all like crazy. All these monsters are like turning the world, they're like building this cardboard world and stuff, and it's getting out of hand, and they're trying to escape. Look, that's a big old cardboard hand. It's pretty cool. What's the pun, Bucky? I missed it. Let me see. Oh, Boxer Bill, yeah. He did another one that's only like he's started getting a lot of his back catalog colored of his old comics. And I should say a lot of people don't like that guy because of his politics. I don't have a problem with him. I can live with his politics and every other crazy. I don't think he's crazy, by the way, but I think a lot of I don't have a problem with people so easily. But what was I gonna say? But he has another book called Iron West. That's only in black and white still, but it's about it, like there's these like robot cowboys that start showing up and killing people, and this one outlaw is trying to like skip town, and it kind of coincides with this stuff happening, and they're building like a train. They're building like a giant robot out of a train, and I don't know. I haven't read it in a while, but it's one of my favorites. It reads really fast, I feel, but it's a good one. If I could make my own comic, what kind of comic would you like to do? Well, I've got this one. I also have started. So it's probably always going to have like sci-fi stuff in it. Like this one, we go to alien worlds and there's like another dimension that we visit, and like I always like having monsters around. There was another book that I was drawing digitally a while back, but I was kind of not making it up as I go, but I was kind of like writing the pages as I was drawing them, if that makes sense. Like I knew how the story went start to finish more or less, but it was all in my head, and I hadn't like formally planned it out. But it was about this kid moves to a new town, and his he meets the neighbor kid who's kind of weird, and when he like starts going to the new school, everyone's like, "Oh, you're friends with that kid, Sid. You must be a weirdo." And so it like right out of the gate, like as soon as he starts meeting people in town, they think he's like an outcast because he's like the first friend he made is like an outcast. And then that story was kind of going to be about how this town that he moved to, Moon Valley, has something strange going on in the background, like compasses are spinning wildly, and all the snakes are migrating. Like there's this one scene where like all these snakes are slithering out, like all the wildlife is like leaving town, and I don't know. It's got a big sci-fi thing going on in it too, but I haven't thought about that one too deeply lately. But I think once I finish Bonehead, I think I'm going to pick that one back up and try and get into that one again. There's another robot story I want to do. Where I don't even know too much about that story yet. I just like the character that I have. I think all I know about it is it starts with him, this robot. He's being used by bank robbers. He's being used for his muscle to like tear safes open, and And then in this bank robbery, he gets his head knocked off or something by the authorities, but the actual bank robbers get away. And then when he gets fixed, he realizes he was being used as a bad guy, and he wants to be a good guy now and he wants to help this detective get to the bottom of this case with the bank robbers, but his brains are all scrambled. I think is kind of what that story is going to be. Then there's another one with circus characters I want to do. About a kid who runs away to join the circus. See, it's like I was sitting on all these ideas for all this time, and then now I'm finally trying to get them all done. But it's like I can only do one at a time, or I can only do so much of any of it at a time. Politics in general, or politics in his work? I didn't see that. Sorry. Politics in general, not in his work. He's pretty good about not putting his politics into his work. I will say that. Which, even though I don't have a problem with his politics personally, it would kind of bug me if he was wrenching them into his work. Yeah. It was just, I had this kind of like little bit of a panic mode kind of set in once I turned 30. To become an animation legend. You're too kind. Oh, it'll happen. Several decades. That's a long time to never get hit by a bus. I don't know if I'll be able to stop myself. No, I'm just kidding. I gotta stop making jokes about getting killed, though. One of these days. Sometimes I'll leave the house and I'll say, "See you later," unless, of course, I get blown to bits in a fiery wreck or something like that. I think it's more important the bus stops and not you. Oh, I suppose. Let's see. Yeah. I can have a pretty dark sense of humor, I guess. I like it. Oh, one of my favorite. I don't know. One of my favorite jokes that I like to do is not that it's necessarily dark, but my sister, she every once in a while I'll go up to her and I'll just say, Heather, wake up. Wake up. And she gets really bothered by it. It really upsets her. Cause I don't know, she like gets really in her head about stuff like that. It's probably mean, but it makes me laugh. And she's my sister, so I get to be mean to her sometimes. Let's see. So this is the countertop. This is the shadow from the countertop. Oh, let's see. My siblings have microphones in their room just to hear them at night. Oh, like they're. Oh wait, and all of them hated bees. So one time, I put the sounds of bees in the microphone, and they started panicking. That is pretty funny. That's really funny. I like that. Like, was it like for like a baby monitor or something? I kind of really want to do that to somebody. And my brother is expecting another baby in the next I don't know how many months. 6 or 7 months, 8 months, I don't know. How freaky would it be if, like, all of a sudden you hear like a bear growling over your baby monitor? Like, what in the world is going on over there? That is like, oh man, you can do anything. That is so funny. Because at first I was like, how did you get bee noises though? And you can pull up any sound over your phone. Or rather, how did she? Sorry about that. I think I said he, or maybe I said, how did? I don't know what I said. Um, YouTuber forgets YouTube exists. Yeah, that sounds like me. One of my sisters was really mean in December. So this year, after putting the gifts around the Christmas tree, I put Cole and wrote her name on it. That's a pretty classic one. I've Let Me Sleep Is Dead. That's I've considered, especially when I was little, I considered putting coal under the tree for my siblings many times, but I never actually did it. My roommate, he does elaborate gift wrapping pranks every year, and it's always something different. Oh yeah, you hid all the presents, and so they thought all they were getting was gold. For real. Like my roommate, he always does these gift wrapping pranks where, like, one year I unwrap my present and it's like a gift, a wrapped gift inside like a water jug, like one of those Hinkley Schmidt big, like, I don't know, 5 gallon water jugs or whatever. I don't know how big they are, but it was like in this big old jug, and I was like, so it was like a present. It was kind of like a ship in a bottle. And I was like, how did he do that? But what it was he had like cut it along the seam on each side, and then like glued it with like hot glue. And so like when I figured that out, all I had to do was like pop the sides, and it like popped apart pretty easily. But uh, he's done gifts in, like, he made a wooden crate and nailed my presents inside. He's he has one time a couple of years ago. He's always like upping the ante too. Um, one year I think the first time I got a present from him, it was just like I unwrapped the present, and then it was a box. It was a big old box, right? Huge. And I unwrap it, open the box. It's filled with packing peanuts, and I'm digging through the packing peanuts to find another wrapped box. I open that, another box inside, another box inside, another box inside, another box inside, and then a gift card. Oh, he lives for it. And he does this to, like, I think his brother every year too. And oh, they're the best. It's hysterical. uh, One year he wrapped our buddies' presents so they looked like other presents. Like, I don't know what he even got them, like maybe a bottle of booze or something. But the way he wrapped it, it looked like it was a perfectly wrapped, like, model airplane, like a big model airplane, and then like the other one was like made to look like something else. I don't know, like a truck or something. Um, and I try to keep up with him. Like I try to like get him back sometimes. The best one I think I did was I I wrapped a box on and put it under the tree, and when he opened it, there was like a little shovel and a photo of a bench in a park, and like a set of directions, and then he had to like go follow the drive following those directions, find that park, and then when he got to the park there were like seven identical benches, and he had to dig under the right one and find his present buried under one of those benches. So that was me getting back at him one year. But I half the time I can't come up with anything. This year, what did I do? I did the office Jello prank. Mine is not. I mean, I guess it's mean, but it's like I barely ever come up with something good enough to get him back with. Um, what did I do this year? I did the office Jello prank. I suspended his one of his presents in Jello, and I had that in the fridge, and then under the tree I put a like a big box, and then when he unwrapped it, it also had string tied around it, like twine tied around it, so he had to undo the twine and open the box, and it was filled with like bubble wrap, and you get the bubble wrap out of the way, and then there was just a note taped to the bottom of the box that said the present is in the fridge, and then he had to go to the fridge and dig through the Jello, unwrap the present, which was also I also had to like really airtight tape it with packing tape and saran wrap so it wouldn't get wet. So it was, I don't know, that ended up being a pretty fair one. It was a set. It was like it was a DVD set of some old obscure show that he used to watch back in the day, called The Head, which it was another animated MTV show, which I don't know too much about. And I was only able to get it was like a reproduction of the actual DVD set, because if you look for the actual DVD set, I guess it's like $120 if you find it anywhere. I didn't spend that kind of money on it. It just didn't come with the case, so it was just the discs, and so I wanted to make sure I didn't like, I don't know, wreck them. But it was all wrapped like a Christmas present too. It was wrapped like a Christmas present, and I think I put the saran wrap and the the clear packing tape around that. I'm pretty sure. And he always comes up with something to do for April Fools too. I never come up with anything for April Fools. I can't nothing too notable for that he's done for April Fools. I don't think. Nothing that comes to mind anyway. I only ever did one April Fool's prank that I really liked, and I got it from The Man Show. You know, Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla back in the day. They had an April Fool's episode where they were like showing off a bunch of April Fool's pranks that you could play on people, and there was one that I really liked that I did to my mom, where you know, like when you flush your toilet, there's like a little hose under the lid of the toilet that kind of like fills the tank back up with water. Um, so what they did was they took like a straw or something and had it like poking out from under the lid, but you kind of discreetly. And so it was like when they would go to flush the toilet, I forget how they had it, but it would spray the person. And I did that to my mom, and oh, she got mad. But that was pretty funny. The best day to annoy your siblings, and when they ask why you did that, just have to answer, it's April 1st. Yeah, but I'm usually like, for the most part, I'm tremendously bad at coming up with pranks to pull on people if I'm ever trying to. Wait a minute. I lost track of which side I was on already. Oh, these great. So this is the first one. I'm gonna mark these off so I don't get confused. I think I had to do that somewhere else too. This white isn't always the best. Let me try another one. Okay. So this is a bar. This is a bar. Yes. Yes, I did. I'll be doing some more overnight shifts in the near future, but after that, I should be done because I'm training another person. We've been without overnight people at my job for the longest time, and I always end up filling in. But yeah, I think he was. I think my boss was telling me just maybe 2 or 3 more, and hopefully it works out from there. Yeah, I've been up since 7 or 8 today. It was like I was like sleeping my days away, even when I was off that schedule, just trying to get back to normal. So should be done. Should be done. The one new guy they got was he's really impressive. I think he's great for the job, but they have another spot to fill, and who knows? We'll see, I guess. After doing this comic, I do want to do another one, and it like I was starting to say earlier, it's one that I think the next one I'm going to do is one that I started already. I did about 50 pages of it, but I think I'm going to do a lot of the planning of it that I didn't formally do before, like write a script, or like I know how the story goes for the most part, but it's like if I drop dead, there's no no one would ever be able to pick it up and finish it. You know what I mean? Because I never like formally wrote any of it down. It's all like sitting in my head. So I think I want to write a script and then kind of plot out the book, and but I did, and then I'll probably like touch up a lot of those first 50 pages, which aren't drawn bad, but I could certainly make them better today. So I think that'd be the second one I do, that Moon Valley one, where the kid moves to a new town and the town's all weird. And then what's my job? I'm a manager in retail. Right now. It's actually, well, I've been there a long time, but I've had other jobs along the way, like in addition to it, where I was doing art stuff, but I don't know. Like when I was working for my artist boss, it was like when I was teaching animation for a couple of years. I don't know. Working for an artist, I found really difficult. And then I also did caricatures for a while at Six Flags Great America. But that one I was just actually both those jobs I was just so self-conscious that I wasn't doing well the whole time. And I just always felt at odds with it. Wait. Who's this? Who's H? Oh, I also work. Maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll just be doing this. We'll see. Let you sleep? Oh, you're just saying the person's name. Oh, wait. Oh, I gotcha. So now you're watching on YouTube? Oh, and you're on YouTube now too. Okay. Do you guys know each other out there in Quebec? I don't think you do. I don't know. No. Probably not. Science, it says. I didn't draw his finger. Yeah, all Quebecers, yeah, share a hive mind. That's what got me wondering. It was like they both jumped from Twitch to YouTube at the same time. Okay. I mean, hello, stranger. Oh, now they're talking trash about me and Bucky. They're talking in some kind of secret code talk. L'école francophone. All right, you were saying that. Actually, now I don't know who's who, but no, What Love was saying that. Some dark information. Yeah, I don't. I wonder if that's a me problem or if I can fix that. I feel like I haven't noticed it too much in the responses, but when I do, I feel like it didn't seem to be that big of a delay. I went back there. I went there because I wanted to see the start of your live. Oh, because you get notifications over there or something. Let's see. Here's the countertop. The intro is really funny. I wanted to put a bunch of like artwork in it, and I don't know. I haven't yet. First of all, it was like every time I opened After Effects for the longest time, it was like really dragging. And then now when I try to do stuff in After Effects, I made something for my brother, and I can't export it. Like I export it to, what do you call it? The media encoder, the Adobe Media Encoder. And I try to make an MP4, and then it just fails right away. So I don't know. Adobe's giving me all kinds of problems. All the dang time. So now it seems like I can't even like make a like export my videos. Even if I could mess with it. Did you ever see my my Jordan Peterson thing? I don't know if anyone's ever seen that. Does anyone know the book series Junie B. Jones? You're back. You're back in Twitch. Oh, you work in retail too. There was a children's book series called Junie B. Jones, and every book would start. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. And let me see. I'll pull it up. I'll show it off right here. Let me find the video. It is the voice tone. Oh, you've heard it? Here, I'm gonna. Is Jordan B. Peterson. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I just like B, and that's all. You may know me for my world-famous books on behavior and discipline. Well, I have a brand new book with 12 more rules for young people, featuring brand new rules such as don't put gum in your hair unless you want a haircut. Those who color on the walls are doomed to repeat time out. And running with scissors is assuredly a one-way trip to chaos. Now, you might ask, well, why would I need 12 more rules to live by when I don't know what to do with the last 12? And I would answer that question with another question.
Have you ever considered that rules themselves require rules of their own in order to properly follow them? If you haven't asked yourself that question, you might find that your life may soon be spiraling into an inescapable hell, the likes of which you might find rather disagreeable. This new book, called Jordan B. Peterson and His 12 Rules for Riding the Stupid Smelly Bus for Kindergartners, is coming soon to a Kindle near you, or wherever Canadian authored books are permitted. Yours in Christ, Jordan B. Peterson.
Does it sound deep? I don't know. I think that's I heard it normal, but I think that's a stinking problem with StreamYard, what I used to stream to dual stream to YouTube and Twitch. It does sound like a deep conversation. Do you mean like what? My talking is all deep right now? Not the tone. The subject is deep. Oh god. Okay. Because there was something with my brother, his like when he would come into the video, his voice, or he would only hear everyone's voice all deep or something like that. I forget. Why does it sound like a deep conversation? He's a Canadian psychologist guy that I don't know. He's a big shot. I listened to the audiobook of his 12 Rules for Life book, or what is it called? Yeah, I guess 12 Rules for Life. And I liked it. I like that guy. I want to read his new one. I'll answer your question with another question. Yeah, I wanted to make it sound just ridiculous. I'm gonna have this attitude with my clients. If you wonder, this question, go to the next question. Something like that. What does he say? He's like, if you haven't answered, or if you haven't considered that question, I don't even remember what I just heard. I'll answer that question with another question. I believe I started August 1st. Pretty sure. And I was just doing like, at first I was just inking like these 3x5 note cards. I was getting practice inking. Let me show you. I had these like heavy duty note cards, and I would just ink a bunch of boneheads. What page am I on? I am on page 95, which is probably closer to, I was saying before, I think it's closer to page 110, really, because there's about, including the front and back cover, and there's a bunch of lead-in pages that I did before the story starts, and then there's some extra pages that I wrote in later and drew. So I think it's probably close to 110 that I have finished. Yeah, 235, 236, something like that. Yeah. So the first month I was streaming, I was just doing these little bonehead drawings and practicing inking. This is actually, I don't know why I did it, but that's just this drawing of Pinocchio that I ripped off for this one. Oh yeah, plenty of times. I would say most of the time for till lately, like this week. But I mean, usually there's somebody like friends and family, or just random one-off viewers. But I never really had a chat going until now, except for like sometimes somebody I know would pop in and chat with me. If you have a clear phone case, it would be so cute with this in. Oh, this drawing, or oh, like these? That would be cool. That's a neat idea. I could do like watercolors on some of those too. I was thinking that would be cool to like. I have a friend who's had like an Etsy shop for 16 years. The link's in the description. It's my crafted studio, where she sells like jewelry and accessories that she laser cuts and designs. And I don't know. I always talk. She's always talking to me about like setting up an Etsy shop. So I'm always thinking of like, what would I sell? What would I sell? I always think like it might be cool to try and sell like little watercolors of paintings and stuff. Some like little, I would probably do like little paintings like that. I mean, that size, that is. What is the page when he ran out to go get the ring to ask his girlfriend? Let's see. This one, this is 88. Holy smokes. That's a while back. I guess it's not that crazy far back. Is that the first one you saw, What Love? Twitch chat, how long before I think he's going to start calling us his fan base? Yeah, you guys, it's pretty cool having all these people in lately. Makes me feel like a big shot. I went to see your lives around the first week of January. Okay. I would probably see his legs through here somewhere, right? So I'm going to say there. And here. I started today. Yeah, just this afternoon. I think the idea was to put this in shadow. Or something. I'm running out of ink. I always run out of ink just before I'm done. Do I have a pet? No, no pet. Well, there's my roommate has a cat. So my buddy, the one who does all the Christmas wrapping pranks, his girlfriend moved in here about a year ago. So I have 2 roommates, and they just got engaged this summer. But when she moved in last year, her cat moved in with her. Her cat Aria, which I think is I'm not sure, but I think that's a what do you call it? Game of Thrones reference? But I don't know. I think that's what she told me. I was getting all up in the cat's business earlier today. Like I was just like being like where on its little like cat tower where no one ever bothers her. I just went over and started petting her face and being like, "I'm bothering you." I just like to bother the cat every once in a while. Why do you say that? I am not a cat person. I don't think. I'm not really much of a pet person. Almost like I almost can't. I if it were up to me, I would either have something that you really loosely have to take care of, or you have no pets. Because I don't know. Like cats, dogs, they kind of just. It seems to me they just kind of get in your business too much. I love my parents' dog that they've had since I was about 16. They have a little what do you call it? Pomeranian, a little foxy looking thing. I'm not attracted to the dog. I mean, it looks like a fox. Bothering you. Yes, I'm a master of comedy. A little Nissan SUV. Not Game of Thrones? Okay. I don't know what then. Maybe it's just her creative heart that cooked that one up then. Or brain. Maybe her brain's creative. Thank you for confirming I'm not a zoophile or a furry. No, not I. After I said it, I felt weird calling my parents' dog a foxy little thing. It just didn't feel right coming out of my mouth. I should stop talking. I feel like now everything I'm saying is gonna sound strange to me. What's my favorite animal? I like rhinos. Which I was telling somebody that because my nickname since I was a little boy was Rhino. My name is Ryan O'Connor. I always like rhinos. So I have a little ceramic one here. I still have. Okay, I thought I dropped it. I have my Rocksteady Ninja Turtle guy from when I was like 4, somewhere displayed in my house. And then I have a 2 by, like it's like a 1.5 feet tall and maybe 2 feet long statue of a rhino in this little nook at the top of my kitchen. I bought that a long time ago because I thought it would be really cool. I don't collect a bunch of rhino stuff, but I do have those 3 rhinos in my house. Okay. Let's see. I will stream tomorrow. I think like today I'm gonna try and do multiple streams. I'm gonna try and do at least an early one and a later one. My heart wants to do 3. Wants me to do 3, but I don't know if I'll actually be able to pull that off. Because stuff always makes it not work out. Or I sleep in or something. Okay. Yeah, I'm out of ink at the last second. Here, I'll just use. Let me use this. Hopefully not in school time. And I don't even know what your guys' time zones are like compared to mine. So you guys are probably I think an hour later than me, right? Because I'm in Central U.S. time. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember What Love saying, yeah, it's 10:49 there. It's 9:49 here. Yeah, I was supposed to be working my day job tomorrow, but I swung it, so I got the day off. I forgot. No more ink. I could pour more ink, but because I'm almost done, I don't want to bother. Okay, I think I'm going to call it there. I think that's about as done as it's going to get right now. Je suis en congé. Oh, I don't know. That's me trying to read French. And I don't know what it means. Ah, d'accord, moi, c'est demain. Fantastique. Now that one. Now we're on the same page. Yep, I'm out of here. But I will be back tomorrow. And thanks, everyone, for keeping me company. You've been a fun chat. It looks like I'm in like a car commercial where the light just kind of like the sunlight is like gleaming on the camera. Thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you very much. I'll be back tomorrow to do more pages. We're making this book. We're making a book. Good night. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. You guys are so good to me. Goodbye, everybody. Lots of love.